government borrow my money, I better get paid more because I'm taking on a higher risk. They demand higher yields for bonds. It all circles back again and again to the bond market, the foundation of the entire financial system. So then the question becomes, have we ever been in this scenario in the last 100 years? And it turns out, yes, we have. It happened once, back in the 1940s. Now, this is probably the most important chart to study because it tells us something incredibly important. This is a 100-year chart showing how debt in the US economy has shifted between these two different types, the government debt in blue and non-government debt or private debt in orange. Notice something amazing. The debt was shifted before in the past. Back in the 1940s, right after World War II, just like today in the 1920s and 30s, private debt grew so fast until it reached unsustainable levels. Eventually, that bubble bust, leading to the Great Depression, and then the government stepped in to borrow and spend massively, causing government debt to skyrocket. The economy shifted from a private debt-driven economy into a government debt-driven economy. After World War II, the government was loaded with debt, just like today. But how did they fix it back then? They didn't exactly pay it off. Instead, they slowly lowered their debt through something called financial repression. Basically, they kept interest rates artificially low, and they encouraged inflation to eat away at the value of that debt. And then they gradually shifted the burden back to the private sector over decades. Now, the government successfully got out of that mess by shifting somewhere else, but it took a really long time, and it required huge economic adjustments. But here's the problem for us today. We solved the debt in the 1940s because we had room to lower rates, to boost our economic growth. And the country had strong demographics, none of which we have today. Inflation's already a big concern, and interest rates are actually going up, not down. So yes, we can see clearly from history that these debt cycles have happened before, but we're now facing a very different set of circumstances where the tools that we use to get us out of that situation are already being used today. So clearly the system is strained, and the trillion-dollar question